Hello, today I'd like to try and help you to master MailerLite in 2025. I'm going to talk through as many features as I can to help you if you are at the start, just to understand really what MailerLite's all about, what it can do for your business, and how you might use some of the key features, what I think are the key features. Let's go. I think the first thing to do is to create your account. So it's just a normal wizard setup kind of experience to set up your account. And then once you're in, um, it's it's helpful if you try and do this step first. I mean, it's probably the most overwhelming step of MailerLite, but what they like to do is they like to verify the domain that your email address is sending from. So what this kind of means in simple talk is if you just have an email like natasha@gmail.com, they're not going to let you email out from MailerLite using a free email like that. What is great to do is to create your own email address to your own domain. So if you have a website, then you can create an email address connected to that. You just go into your cPanel. Does that sound manageable? Hopefully you can figure it out. I'll make another video about how to do that in your cPanel. I actually find it really easy, but I'm quite used to it, so it's not overwhelming for me. But basically you need an email like natasha@natashaberta.com or hello@natashaberta.com. That's what mine is. So something that goes with your domain. And if you don't have a website, you can still buy a domain and set up an email address. You might have to pay a small amount for your hosting, but it might end up being like, I don't know, a couple of $100s a year. And as a business expense, it's going to be great. Plus, you're going to build a website one day, aren't you? So go ahead and sort out your email address. And then when you're in MailerLite, you're going to look for the email verification process. So let's have a little look, see if I can find that. What normally happens for me is if I'm trying to send an email and it won't let me until I verify. So perhaps what we'll do is, look, let's do a workaround. I'm going to pop into my Mate now. Oh, it's waiting for my verification code. That's fun. Let's get it. Hopefully it's arrived. Oh, it's being an absolute donkey. Let's pause. Just be a minute. Sorry about that. Welcome back. So once you get logged in, hopefully you're seeing a screen a bit like this, or you may actually see a bit of an automated wizard kind of page. So like an automation that's going to tell you things that you need to do. And you might see, here it is, it's come up. So I've got this thing saying sender email domain, la la la, must be authenticated. Now I don't have this domain anymore. I just closed it up. So if you're still going to that website, sorry. Um, I am using my Natasha Berta domain. And so you may get a message like this, and then you'll click authenticate, and then it will want to send an email to a particular email address. So you would enter that. I'm going to pretend I'm doing this, even though I'm not. And then what will happen is, come on, load. Okay, then it's going to give you these CNAME records. Now, what I do is I'm with Venture IP. So I actually just go to them and I copy all this info and I just say, look, can you please create me a CNAME record? And I copy both of these bits of data. And then I say, also, can you please create me a TXT record? And I copy these and I put them in the support ticket. And oh, also, can you create me a domain verification TXT record? And Venture IP is so amazing that they will literally do all of this for me. And within 2 days, it's usually verified. So that is something that you have to do before you can send. And if you're looking for that, that's in your account settings under domains. I reckon you get into your account settings up through your profile, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's look for settings, account settings. So that's where you'll get in and then you'll go to domains and you'll be able to link one up here. So you'll be able to add a domain. So it's very important to do that because MailerLite does not want you to send emails from a free account. So that's kind of your first hurdle. If you make it through that, yay. If you just want to know a bit more, then let's carry on. Oi, excuse me. I'm sorry, I've navigated to a very strange window. Um, The next thing to talk about is some of these headings. Let's look at our dashboard and just see what some of the features are in MailerLite just to help. Dashboard, I always think dashboard's a pretty overrated page. I don't pay much attention to it. Campaigns, we're going to go in a different order. Campaigns are essentially the emails, the single time emails that you send to your subscribers. So that's your newsletters, or if you're sharing a promotional video, whatever it is that you're sharing with your subscribers. That's when you send an email, you're going to click campaigns and then you're going to click create a campaign. I like to create a regular campaign, but you can A/B split test. The campaign name is only visible to you. So I would usually call it, like, I'd probably say 10 June business news, something like that. Then this is where I'm speaking to the subscriber and I would say, so many new videos for you. And then I've got to change this. You see, it's giving me the red because that domain is not verified. And I'm not going to verify it because I'm not keeping it. And I thought I deleted it. I don't know why it's even still showing up, but it's probably for the best because then you get to see what will happen if you have an unverified domain. Had a little nose blow. Now, pre-header, I wouldn't worry about that too much, but if you do have something meaningful that you want to kind of show up in the secondary line of the email, pop it there. And recipients is where you're going to choose your subscribers. So if we haven't gone through and created subscriber groups yet, or if you don't have any subscriber groups yet, then you're not really going to see anything here. Sure, you can choose all active subscribers and you can also exclude certain groups, but that's later because right now we don't have subscribers or groups yet, okay? So in that way, really building a campaign out, let's just choose all subscribers for the argument. Just so I can show you how this works. Then we're going to work on the content. And look, to be honest, I'm a big fan of the start from scratch with the drag and drop editor. I just think that's the go. And really what I love is to, over time, I create templates. And this is how I do it. I just make an email. And once I've got it looking the way I want, I would usually save it as a template. But where's that option coming up? It's not. Anyway, so in here, we'd go through, we'd remove pictures, we'd change text, we'd make it all our own, and then we'd click save, we'd click done editing, and essentially now, in theory, this video's ready to send. I'm gonna have a tiny nose blow. Is that too horrible? Oh, like a trumpet. Okay, so now we've got our email, we've got who it's going to, then we're going to decide, are we going to send it now, or are we going to send it later, and then we're going to schedule it. Fantastic. I haven't chosen anything. Schedule, but we are not going to schedule this because I don't want to send this fake email to my people. That is the fast and dirty campaigns, okay? Subscribers are all the people who have said to you legally, I would be happy for you to send me emails. So in America, they have an opt-out option, which is where you can automatically submit a tick box to people on their behalf. And then they have to opt out. In Australia, we have an opt-in method where you provide an empty checkbox and people have to check the box to receive emails from you. So be very careful that you have collected your emails in an ethical and legal manner and that people have agreed to receive emails from you. Now, I can't scroll up and show you my subscribers because then this YouTube video will get cancelled because it's got private data. So we don't want to do that. But look, we can look at groups. And now in MailChimp, they have tags. In MailerLite, we have groups. So I have a lot of groups. Some of them have people, some of them have no one. This is just what will happen. You'll eventually end up with a heap of groups. And I use groups for lots of different reasons, like if I have a different product, if I have a different freebie. And I also have one which is just my sort of general newsletter list. So there's lots of different reasons to group people in different categories. People can be members of lots of different groups. I don't know what else to say about that. Let's have a quick look at adding subscribers. So you can add subscribers in different ways. You can either add a single subscriber where someone has personally given you their details. You're going to pop their email address in. You're going to pop their name in. You're going to choose which group you add them to, and then you're going to click add subscriber. And as you can see, I can add them to multiple groups. So this is going to come in handy later when we have automations. There is an import from MailChimp button, which I think is so fun. And if you are set up in MailChimp, you can bring everybody over with just one click, which is what I did in the first place when I came from MailChimp over to MailerLite. Very nice. The other way is to import from a CSV file. I think this is a great way. I have a whole other video about bringing subscribers in from a CSV and how to format that file so that you bring in tagging details if you need to. So I'll make sure I link to that video in here. It's a very easy process. What you have to do is you have to bring in a spreadsheet. Let's see if I can do it by, hopefully there'll just be a CSV here somewhere that I created. Oh, it's not showing up. Oh no, because it's in my downloads. I apologize. Oh, so snotty. Something has just got fair up that nose of mine. Oh, I don't know where this is. It's disappeared now. I did have a little practice one ready. That is so annoying. Oh, well, that was a fun look at my file structure. Never mind. There's another video where I go through all of this, bringing it in, so I'm not going to go through it now. I'm trying to get through this MailerLite overview nice and quick for you. So that's subscribers, bringing in new contacts. The other way to bring new contacts in to your newsletters and your emails is to use sites and to create a landing page. You only need to do this if you don't have a website. If you have a website, you will integrate MailerLite with your website form and you'll have a nice link up. However, if you don't have a website yet, then you're going to use sites. And these are pages that you can create where essentially you will start collecting people's emails. Let's call it a landing page, save and continue. It's fairly quick and easy. Maybe I should make another video. We're going to choose which group they get added to. Oh, we're not adding a new group. My bad. Got to scroll all the way down. Pardon me. And then let's start from scratch. I actually really don't like their templates. Really don't like them. In fact, I don't want this up here. I just don't want this. Ugh, I just want it to go away. I don't know why they're doing that. It's so annoying. Ugh. There's got to be a workaround for that. I don't really want to. So what we've got in this drop down is we've got the landing page. So this is where we would go in here. We would like put a heading and then we'd put a sign up form. Where is the sign up form? Help me out. Divided menu list. La 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 la. Table. Blah 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 blah. Sign up form. There it is. That's probably enough, really. We do need their name, don't we? We want their name and we'll drag that up. La la la, show labels above. Sure, let's do it like that. And it would be join our newsletter or, something a bit more appealing than that. So this is the landing page. This is where they sign up. And then there's also the success page option. So make sure you edit that because otherwise it will just be this, which is not the worst. Click done editing and then it's going to give you a URL which you can customize. Oops. Oh, my demo landing page. And that's it. Save and continue. I mean, obviously you can fill in all that other stuff as well. And here is our link. So we copy that and now we can share this around. Share it on YouTube, share it in socials. I didn't get found. I don't know what's gone wrong with that. Why not, buddy? Publish, double opt-in. Oh, I don't want double opt-in. I think it's just populating. It's just taken a minute. I worked too fast. Literally couldn't function. I don't want private browsing. Just let me in. No, it's just, obviously it's taking a sweet minute. Sender, people will see my landing page when I publish it. That'll help. Let's try again. Da 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 da. I would change this. I'd probably make it just a picture and then I'd put just links to your YouTube and socials if you don't have a website because I don't really like that menu. So that is sites. Obviously, you can make this more beautiful. This is just Yo's 2-minute landing page, so don't do it like that. And the other info that we saw before, where was that? Account settings, domains, nope. Never mind, let's carry on. So, we've talked about campaign subscribers, sites. The final fun thing is automations. So this is great when people sign up to your newsletter. Then what happens? Well, we want to make sure we send them an email saying, cool, you signed up. So you can create automations. This is an example of one. Let's have a look at it. Can we look at it? No, that's not what I want to do. We'll have to view it so we can see it. So this is where we create an automation. When someone joins this group, then they get this email and then I move them over to my newsletter list. So that's the kind of thing you can do. You can obviously go on and on. You can wait 2 days, send another email, wait a week, send another email. You can create a nurture sequence. You can do a lot of things. This is also a way to create an online course. You can get people to, when they purchase, get added to this group. And then you could week by week deliver them videos and written content without even having a course platform. So automations do give you a lot of cool scope for things you can do. And obviously there's a lot more to see in MailerLite, but I do just want to, I feel like this is already quite overwhelming and I'd like to keep it, as simple as possible. So somewhere around here, I'm going to link to other videos that I have about MailerLite. I'm sure I have others and I just can't think of what I talked about in them right now. I know I have that recent one about exporting your subscribers out of MailChimp and how to retain the tagging. And I do have a MailerLite course. So if you're interested in that, just comment below and I'll arrange a way for you to get connected with that because I'm between platforms. So I have to publish that, which is exciting. Yeah, good luck. Like, I think MailerLite is so rad. I use it all the time to connect with people. And I think email marketing is one of the greatest things you can do because you're in a lot of control. You end up in people's inbox and you can really control how your relationship with them goes. You're not just at the mercy of an algorithm. You're just going to show up. And even if email rates are only 20%, say, it's still probably that's probably still 100 times more chance of being seen than just trusting the Facebook algorithm or something like that. I hope this was helpful. I know it was very quick. You could watch me at a slower pace, couldn't you? You might have to slow me down. Or re-watch me and work along. And like I said, if you're interested in the more comprehensive MailerLite course, hit me up. I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you again soon. Bye.